come back, but this guy is earning my respect tenfold tonight.
I think he's earned everybody's respect with this performance against Coleman. They're still going back and forth. Oh, again with an elbow there, and now going to pick him up. There's another beautiful suplex by Collins.
Half Nelson suplex, upped him right on his head. Super kick to the mush. At the 15-minute marker, goes for the cover. Coleman out.
Just passing the 15-minute mark, that makes this so far the longest first-round match, which means the winner of this one, whoever it may be, is going to be at a slight disadvantage perhaps going into round 2, as they're going to have more ring time and more damage and more wear and tear than the other competitors that have advanced so far.
Collins now stalking Coleman. Has him hooked. Coleman says, no, sir. Powers Collins into the corner.
Yeah, but both men very tired at this point. Even the incredible stamina. Whoa! Incredible move by Coleman. What's the name of that one, Dan?
That's a Northern Light suplex, but with a full rotation. A uniquely Caprice Coleman move. And the third time around, he goes for the bridge, hooks the leg. And Collins kicks out yet again.
I've never seen the Northern Lights deliver with that rotation, and then to then get into position to get right back up and do it again. Incredible display of athleticism by both men. This is a suplex clinic by Coleman and by Collins.
Tremendous matchup, as have all the first round matchups of the Scenic City Invatational been. Plenty of more action coming your way. Thank you for joining us here on Woo Wrestling Home Video. Coleman charges, misses out of the corner, and Collins is right there waiting.
Landed awkwardly on the back of his neck, and now Collins lifts him up. Suplex has him down. Oh, he's holding on to the ropes.
Collins with a little assist there, sneaks away.
That's a big upset. Look at Collins. Collins now just overcome with emotion, just fired up. A big upset there. Let's take a look at that one more time. Let's see that suplex, and like you said, the assist with the ropes.
It's almost a reverse fisherman suplex, if I could call it that. It's a back suplex, but he cradled the leg, and then, of course...
Watch the legs of Collins there, holding on, able to get the victory and the upset.
Here we go, Chip Day right off the bat, charging Gunnar Miller, and a German suplex onto the larger Miller. Chip Day wasting no time here. He knows Gunnar Miller is a youngster, but wait a minute, almost a 3 count right off the bat, Al.
Going for a quick pin there is Chip Day, and I got to say that's the best possible strategy against a man the caliber of Gunnar Miller. Fans watching this outside of the Southeast probably familiar with Chip Day, might not be as familiar with Gunnar Miller. Getting their first look at him, he is a former University of Tennessee Chattanooga football standout. Also holds the weight room record at the University of Tennessee Chattanooga with a 620-pound squat.
And you can see Miller firing back there. This is a place where he came into professional wrestling. He was trained right here at the Empire Arena by Ace Rockwell.
That's interesting. His trainer is also in this tournament. What happens if he beats Chip Day and has to face his trainer either in the second round or in the four-way finals? That's going to be an interesting dynamic, but Chip Day is doing everything in his power to not have to make Gunnar Miller worry about that problem.
Chip Day springboards himself into the ring, but only did it for quickness, just stomps on Gunnar Miller.
Should be noted, however, that Chip Day's trainer, one of his 2 trainers, is also in this tournament. He was trained by Murder One and Jimmy Rave, and Jimmy Rave is in this tournament. Chip Day trained by him, also a member of Jimmy Rave approved stable. Oh, Gunnar Miller with a clothesline and a big shoulder attack there, forearm, and now just manhandling Chip Day, picks him up and body slams him square in the center of the ring.
Gunnar Miller just now going into his second year as a pro, but he's a guy that never makes the same mistake twice. He is an athlete destined for success. Going for the big spear in the corner. but Chip Day is letting Miller play right into his hands.
Chip Day, the more experienced wrestler, debuted in 2002, holds singles victory. Wait, coming off the top rope. Takes Miller down, sends Miller all the way across to the corner. Now Chip weaving a bow and arrow and just coming in with that running knee attack. Rolling Miller into the center of the ring, going for the cover. Graham Long only makes it to 2. But Chip Day, in his resume, he holds singles victories over Adam Pearce, Uha Nation, Caleb Conley, Adam Page, among many others. Former PWX TV champion, Rampage Pro Wrestling TV champion, and held tag team titles in PWX and Pro South, along with Corey Hollis, who's also in this tournament and also has already advanced into the second round. So his trainer and his current tag team partner are both in this tournament, so Chip Day has a lot of familiar faces he's going to have to get through, but first he's going to have to fight off this specimen, Gunnar Miller.
2 big right hands rock Chip Day, and badly. But Day right there with a roundhouse kick. He has been relentless. Another knee to the back of the head.
And that's what Chip is known for, those kicks and the different variations and attacks, though only gets it 2. Referee Graham Long right on top of the action, and Chip Day has some significant tournament experience, participating in the AWE Georgia Wrestling Crown Tourney earlier this year, the IWA Deep South Southern Classic Invitational, also the Chikara Young Lions Cup in 2008.
Gunnar Miller rocked by a Chip Day punch, which is not his forte, but a guy with his experience is talented on so many levels. Big chop. Chip Day is divide convention in many cases. You look at a guy like Gunnar Miller, you can tell he puts many, many hours in the weight room and in training. Beautiful snapmare takeover by Chip Day. Chip Day is so good, you can tell he neglects his training a little bit, and he gets a lot of flack for that, but he doesn't care. I asked him how he prepared for the match, and he said nugs and monster energy. I'm not sure what that means, but clearly he doesn't care because he's so good. He's so good that he doesn't have to. Just imagine if he applied himself. I think it's where people get really frustrated with Chip and why the fans seem to be on his case quite often, because this guy is a natural if I've ever seen one. But again, marches to the beat of his own drummer, doesn't care what anybody else thinks.
When you look in wrestling history, it's not always been the guy with the most muscles. You look at guys like Ray the Crippler Stevens, Dick Murdoch. It's not about muscles. It's about being able to get it done in the ring. And Chip Day is able to get it done, so doesn't really see the need to be a gym rat, as the saying goes. Whereas Gunnar Miller most certainly is a gym rat. In fact, as a matter of fact, it still works out frequently at the UTC gym. And like I said earlier, holds the squat record that still stands to this day at the University of Tennessee Chattanooga. But now, you can't have to worry about squatting when you're getting kicked in the body. Oh, Gunnar Miller just shook it off and shoves Chip Day halfway across the ring.
Miller charges but eats a Chip Day roundhouse kick to the temple. Gunnar Miller has proven people wrong since the day he stepped foot in Empire Wrestling, and his star is only on the rise, but I don't know that he's competed one-on-one at a match of this caliber. Chip Day rolls all the way through, hangs on to the front chancery. Beautiful skill, beautiful showmanship, but Gunnar Miller reverses with a snap suplex that pounded Chip Day into the mat.
It's a classic battle of power versus finesse and style, and so far it's been pretty evenly matched, which, considering the inexperience of Miller, is a feather in his cap. But now just running in, hitting him with those shoulders, clearly putting his football skills to use inside the wrestling ring, now trying to send Chip Day across. Chip holding onto the ropes for dear life.
And he knows the strength of Gunnar Miller. Chip Day trying to keep the much more powerful Miller off of him, because like this, if Miller gets him in his grasp, it's going to be hard for him to escape. Big press slam with a lot of ferocity.
Incredible power by Gunnar Miller. The story about Miller, he used to wear face paint similar to the Ultimate Warrior at practice, and word actually got to Warrior, and they had a phone conversation a couple of years ago, which really was the inspiration for Gunnar Miller to truly embrace the idea of training to become a professional wrestler after his collegiate days were over.
Yes, and Miller kept in touch with the Warrior to update him on his progress. Very sad that the Warrior passed before he could see Miller and what a success he's become, but he's got a long way to go yet.
He's been labeled a can't-miss prospect, but still very early in his career. Oh, beautiful power bomb there by Gunnar Miller, but only able to get the 2.
Miller finally caught Chip Day's aerial game right in the midst of it and used it to plant him down and maybe turn the tide in this matchup. It has been all Chip Day with very few exceptions, but Gunnar Miller is showing how tough he is here in the first round of the Scenic City. He needs this victory. Chip Day wants it as well. Going to be very interested to see what happens. Miller now with a waistlock in the corner trying to peel Chip Day out of there.
And again, Chip holding on for dear life now, just breaks the eyes while referee Graham Long preoccupied with trying to separate the 2. Oh, beautiful kick again. One of those kicks by Chip Day takes Miller out, and now Chip Day going up top.
Seeing the massive array of martial arts kicks that Chip Day has in his arsenal, but now going up top where he has had a lot of success. Chip Day, 2 knees to the face.
Quickly scrambles back over to make the cover. Gunnar Miller able to kick out at 2. I thought Chip Day had it right there. Chip Day looking to become the second member of the White Rose to advance in this tournament. Corey Hollis advanced earlier in our first round matchup of the evening, and if both members of the White Rose that are in this tournament could advance, that would definitely speak to the impressive work of that stable.
The White Rose has been on fire as of late. We've already seen Corey Hollis advance. Chip Day could be next. But Chip Day going up to the top here.
He's also drawn with a couple of fans. That's not wise. You got to keep your eyes on Gunnar Miller. Gunnar Miller up to his feet now, fighting Chip Day, just punching him as Chip Day is set up on that top rope. Gunnar going up to the second rope.
Day fires back with a headbutt. Not afraid to go tit for tat and scrap it up with Gunnar, but off the top, a spear out of midair.
That does it right there. Out of nowhere, Gunnar Miller hits that spear and gets the 3 count. Big victory over Chip Day as Gunnar Miller is going to advance to the second round of the Scenic City Invitational. Let's take a look at that one more time, Dan.
Miller is not just quick, he is sudden, as you see right there. Out of midair, spearing Chip Day almost out of his boots and pulling what many would consider an upset to move to round 2.
Gunnar Miller, time of that match, 8 minutes, 58 seconds. Gunnar Miller advances to round 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, weighing in at 201 pounds, from the House of the Rising Sun, Jimmy Ray! And his opponent, weighing in at 185 pounds, from Augusta, Georgia, Anthony Henry!
The 5-star king, Anthony Henry, taking on an international superstar in his own right, one of the most experienced men in this tournament, Jimmy Ray.
And I would say Jimmy Ray, not the longest tenured pro in the tournament, but he most certainly has the most big match experience of anyone in this tournament. And earlier you said the Tank vs. Congo Kong match was the first round matchup you were most looking forward to. I have to say, this is the match I'm most looking forward to. They've actually wrestled one another once before in singles competition, with Jimmy Ray picking up the victory, but that was 3 years ago. And since that time, Anthony Henry has improved by leaps and bounds and has become one of the most talked about men in the Southeast.
Anthony Henry there with the arm ringer. Also a bit of a grapevine there, working on the arm of Jimmy Ray. We're going to see a lot of fantastic scientific wrestling. We're going to see a lot of catch as catch can. We're going to see a lot of high flying and a whole lot more between these two, as they are world-class competitors, both in their own right.
Jimmy Ray taking a little break outside, avoided that stomp by Henry, and now just taking a little time, catching his breath, getting a little breather. Anthony Henry, a 3-time Anarchy Young Lion champion, former Anarchy Tag Team champion with Dustin Knight, also has held titles in Flatline Pro Wrestling, where up until recently he was the leader of a stable known as The Rapture, also held titles in Alternative Pro Wrestling. However, he has no victories in singles competition over anyone that's in this tournament.
Nice drop toe hold. Amateur wrestling right up, right into a rear chin lock. almost like a camel clutch there, but he doesn't have the arms hook for the extra pressure, and that is actually allowing Jimmy to power up out of it. Rave reverses there, snapmare takeover of his own, nicely executed, goes to the side headlock. Henry reverses it with an arm wringer of his own.
Quick reversals by both men now as Anthony holds on to that arm. Jimmy Rave fighting to his feet, looking to grab the ropes. Henry, I think, pulled him back a little bit and pulls Jimmy back to the center of the ring. But Jimmy knows how to get out of it using that experience and snapmare again. But once again, Henry rolls out of it and goes back to that arm.
Amazing skill on display here between both of these men.
Well, you know, it's not a secret. I've spent a lot of time with Jimmy the last couple of months. We're actually filming a documentary on him. And one of the things he talked about, he does have a lot of experience in tournaments of this nature, but he has never won an open/invitational type of tourney. And it's something that has really been eating at him for years.
Beautiful drop kick by Anthony Henry. Jimmy Rave taking a breather to reevaluate his position here.
Jimmy Rave, to fans outside the Southeast, they may not have seen his name as much in recent years. Of course, he does have TNA and Ring of Honor experience, but has competed more regionally over the last couple of years. But I will tell you, he's on an amazing run. Last year, he defeated Drew Galloway in a match that went over 30 minutes. Earlier this year, he took AJ Styles to the limit in about 25 minutes, and then he won a one-night tournament in Atlanta to become the Georgia Wrestling Crown champion, and then won the Peach State Wrestling Heritage title in a 60-minute Iron Man match against Tyson Dean. So he's put in a lot of ring time over the last year or so. He's had a lot of long matches, and to win a two-night tournament of this nature, you've got to be able to go for a long period of time, and Jimmy Rave has proven that he can do that.
And the comeback story of Jimmy Rave, one of the hottest stories of the last couple of years, seeing a guy who's had his own personal demons and issues that he's worked through and he's overcome, and now he's right back here in the ring where he belongs, the thing that he loves doing more than anything, and the thing that he's one of the best in the world at.
He's also become a leader of sorts in the locker room. He's been helping a lot of the younger wrestlers, giving them advice. But let's not discount the improvement of Anthony Henry over the last few years. I first met him over 10 years ago at I wasn't sure if it was Wildside or Anarchy when he first broke in, trained by Todd Sexton and Sal Renaro at the Wildside training school, but really just sort of stayed towards the bottom of the cards for many years, and the last few years incorporated a lot of MMA into his wrestling style and has become a tremendous wrestler in his own right, and almost getting a few 3 counts on Jimmy Rave with some impressive maneuvers, and now Jimmy Rave bending Anthony Henry backwards into a position that the human body is not meant to bend. Chris Wiggins with the count only gets a 2.
Beautiful bridge by Henry there to escape the pinfall. Kips up now, but both men still entangled in this test of strength. Rave reverses, flips Henry all the way over, but he lands on his feet. Small package, rolls all the way through. Only a 2 count.
Only a 2 count, and very quickly Jimmy Rave rolls out of the ring as we are 5 minutes into this match, and really no one has the definitely back and forth on the part of both men.
You can't disagree with the improvement of Anthony Henry. I also met him around the same time. As you mentioned, he was under the bottom of the card, wrestled primarily in tag teams, but something stoked his flame over the last few years. And as you said, the training. He trains in judo, MMA, mixed martial arts of all different kinds, and he uses that in professional wrestling, and it's brought him a lot of success. But right now, this matchup with Jimmy Rave may be the most important match of his career yet.
When you're in the ring with a veteran like Jimmy Rave, a victory over Jimmy Rave, that's something that people remember. They might not remember every title reign you've had. They might not remember certain victories, but when you beat someone with international experience like Jimmy Rave, we'll talk about his tournament experience. He's competed in the Ted Petty Invitational 3 times, the Combat Zone Best of the Best 2 times, the Jeff Peterson Memorial Cup, Ring of Honor's Survival of the Fittest 2 times, the Battle of Los Angeles, and the IWC Super Indy. Those are some of the best-known tournaments in the world. He also competed in the New Japan Best of the Super Juniors tournament, almost making it to the finals. So he's got international experience. He's got big match experience. He's got tournament experience. He's got ring time experience, and absolutely considered one of the favorites. But Anthony Henry so far doing very well against him.
And Henry knows the victory over Rave here propels him with a lot of momentum into round 2. As Henry counters Rave in midair there.
Rave going for a leapfrog, but Henry right there, and now a flying kick. Would you call that a flying mule kick?
I would. Right to the side of the head, and only gets a 1 count though. Henry going back to the game plan on the mat. Hooking the leg here. Looks like he may be going for the Muda lock, perhaps. The inverted STF, made famous by the legendary Great Muda. A move that Anthony Henry has used to a great deal of success. And now Jimmy Rave trying to get out.
Well, in trying to get to the ropes, he was able to force Henry to break that hold.
Henry counters it with a bow and arrow. Brings him right back over, but Rave to the ropes finally.
Rave using those ring smarts to know exactly where the ropes are and being able to reach out and grab them. Incredible flexibility by Henry, and now European uppercut.
Anthony Henry now lifting Jimmy Rave up off the mat, has control of the body by controlling the head, throws a chop. Rave tries to shake it off, but Henry's right there on top of him. Irish whip he goes, reversal by Rave. Up and over goes Henry, off the ropes he comes, clothesline.
Beautiful clothesline by Jimmy Rave, takes Henry down, but Henry now getting back up to his feet. Finally Rave turns around and goes back after him. Pulls him back up to his feet, brings him into right to the center of the ring and chops him down.
Brutal chop, lateral press. Anthony Henry kicks out. Jimmy Rave with a straight jacket submission hold here. You see him driving the knee into the lower back while using Anthony Henry's own arms to choke him out.
That's like the old "why are you hitting yourself" thing. Something like that, but very effective. Henry now fighting out of it. Referee Chris Wiggins right there on top of the action.
Really the only thing Henry has to work with is his legs. Luckily there's a lot of strength behind him and he manages to get out. Reversal here, and now he's got the straight jacket on Jimmy.
Oh, steps on the leg of Jimmy Rave to take him down to his knees, and now turns it back down. I guess this is a straight jacket surfboard.
Anthony Henry innovating offense here. Jimmy Rave with another nice reversal and back to the original hold.
Very impressive display by both men. Jimmy Rave just said he's the best wrestler here. I'm not going to argue with him, but I don't know why you need to get that point across in the middle of the match.
Jimmy Rave is a master of psychology and mind games, so perhaps it's all to the point of psyching Anthony Henry out. As Henry gets up, Jimmy Rave's awaiting another chop. You can see the sweat flying off of the man here at the Empire Arena.
Jimmy Rave with a right hand just took Henry down. Only gets a 2 though. Jimmy Rave grabbing his own hand after that punch.
It's a bit of a panic kick out from Henry as well. You can definitely tell that that punch took its toll on him.
We're at the 10-minute mark now so far, and Jimmy Rave now attacking Anthony Henry in the corner. Those shoulder attacks into the midsection of Henry. Those will do some damage because there's really not a lot of protection around that midsection.
Jimmy Rave blew a kiss to somebody in the front row as he stepped on Henry's face.
That's something new. Perhaps he's got a few female admirers in the crowd tonight.
He always has, at some level or another. Sometimes more than others, but he certainly has. But back to the straight jacket submission.
Going right back to that hold. So far, he's done a great job of wearing Henry down. I don't know if he's actively seeking a submission, more as just looking to slowly wear down Anthony Henry. Well, now the fans saying Jimmy sucks.
Beautiful reversal again by Jimmy Rave, but Anthony Henry right there to counter with a jawbreaker. Rave charges. Henry gets the elbow up, daising Jimmy Rave. Henry ducks the clothesline, catches him with a snap power slam in the middle of the ring, but he needs to be down there trying to make the cover. going to the audience. It's admirable that he wants their support. We don't get a whole lot more of it if he gets the victory.
Yeah, he's also, I think he's trying to recover himself. You noticed him holding his midsection as he got up, and now charging across in a rave.
Elbow to the corner. Henry follows up. Insecurity. Jimmy Rave knocks for a loop. Fireman's carry. Henry's got him hooked. Anthony Henry drops him with the air raid crash. And Jimmy Rave kicks out.
Jimmy Rave able to kick out of that, and that move, I'll tell you that, he landed really bad on the back of his neck and his upper back. Talking about whiplash and concussions earlier, that one is going to do some damage. I think Jimmy Rave, if he advances, he's going to be in a world of hurt tomorrow morning.
Fans excited about this matchup as Anthony Henry taking control. Muay Thai kicks to the chest.
Now Henry running across into the rope, though, giving Rave time to recover. Oh! Jimmy Rave takes him down.
STO and a hook of the leg, but Jimmy Rave did not get the 3 count. Henry is up. Rave is charging. Forearm shot into the corner. Tosses Henry. There's the Doppler effect. The running knee. And only a 2.
Doppler effect, one of the big moves in Jimmy Rave's arsenal. We've seen him use that countless times, but here only able to get the 2. And notice Henry rolling outside, well, not to the floor, but under the ropes, so Rave can't get to him legally because Henry is underneath the bottom rope.
Henry gasping for air as Rave goes over to bring him back into the ring. Shushes the audience. Maybe just that split second that he took there could mean the difference here as Anthony Henry goes for the suplex to the outside, but Rave lands on the apron. They're trading forearms right here on the apron now.
A vicious chop by Rave, but now Henry with a chop of his own. Oh, Jimmy Rave just spit on him.
And played right into his hands. STO on the ring apron.
Jimmy Rave, let's be honest, he's the smartest man in the room when it comes to wrestling. He knows how to get someone off their game, and he just spit in the face of Anthony Henry, which gave him just enough of an advantage, and Henry was stunned just long enough that Rave was able to strike.
And no man is going to take that laying down. Of course it got his temper up. Of course it made him irate, but it also distracted him. And Jimmy Rave took advantage of that. And now Anthony Henry may get counted out here, folks.
Henry, the fans cheering for him to get in. Finally, the last possible second. Anthony Henry gets in and breaks that count. I think it was almost 10. Jimmy Rave now complaining about the count. He thinks he should have won by count out.
Henry beat the count by a second, half a second if that. And now Jimmy Rave back in control, places Anthony Henry on the top rope. Clearly he's going for something here. Looks like maybe a superplex.
Looks like that's exactly what he's going for, all the way from the top. Big superplex. Look at Anthony Henry, his lower back. Hit that mat hard, but it also took a lot out of Rave as well.
Danger of that move is the administrator. The man giving the move always hits the back of his head on the mat as well. So you're taking a bit of a risk, but you know it's going to hurt your opponent. It's really a matter of can you withstand the punishment it does to you.
Exactly, and looks like Rave, the first one to make the cover, only gets a 2. The time it took both men to recover probably made the difference and allowed Henry to kick out, as we're now past the 15-minute mark of this first round matchup in the Scenic City Invitational.
This has been one tremendous war between 2 top flight athletes. And Jimmy Rave now again shushing the crowd, and another vicious chop.
Well, first he was blowing kisses, and now he's shushing them. I don't quite know what his preoccupation is with the fans, but now Henry with a beautiful knife edge chop of his own.
Rave fires back, not to be outdone. Anthony Henry, though, with a few of those chops in succession, backs Rave into the corner, Irish whip, Rave with a baseball slide right out of the ring. Anthony Henry with a tope suicida right there by the corner.
I think Rave thought he was taking a little break on the floor, but Anthony Henry said, no way, not on my watch, and flew outside the ring and took down Rave.
And Henry knows he wants to defeat Rave in the middle of the ring, trying to put him right back there.
What's he looking to do now? Whoa, he's Wow, he's looking to just suplex Jimmy Rave off the apron to the floor.
Perhaps I spoke too soon, trying to German suplex Jimmy Rave into that ring post. Another spin to the face, and again, Henry misses, but this time, Jimmy gets it back. Right hand to the face. Anthony Henry, reverse DDT on the ring apron to Jimmy Rave.
Wow, incredible maneuver by Henry, a reverse DDT onto the apron. As you said earlier, that is the hardest part, the hardest surface of the wrestling ring, and Rave took it on his back and now on the floor. Looks like he's out.
Now the roles reversed here. A few moments ago, we saw Anthony Henry on the outside of the ring and barely beating the countout. Now will Jimmy Rave do the same thing, or will we see a countout victory for Henry?
Oh, referee at 8, I think. Referee just made the 8 count. Jimmy Rave up to his feet and rolls in the ring again at the last second after a 9 count to get back in the ring. And now Henry firing up the crowd. Looks like he's got things where he wants them.
Anthony Henry has Jimmy Rave hooked the Gory Guerrero special, and he's got him locked. Jimmy Rave is upside down, his ligaments stretched, and now his brain turning to mush as Anthony Henry repeatedly rotates and dumps Rave into the corner.
Yeah, but you see Henry now a little dizzy from that as well, and Jimmy Rave was deposited on the top turnbuckle, so at least it doesn't, he doesn't feel the effects of the dizziness because he's in a stationary position. But now Henry runs over across to him. Henry now goes up to the top rope. Hurricane Rana off the top takes Jimmy Rave down.
Now Anthony Henry calling for the end of this. He's going to the top, but he's taking his sweet time.
He's also still a little dizzy from that gory special.
The effect still felt. Jimmy Rave tries to stop him, but no luck. Anthony Henry with a frog splash. Hooks the leg. Do we have an upset? No.
Ooh, that was about 2 7/8 there. Jimmy Rave with a powerful kick out, but it came awfully close to that 3-second mark, but he got out. Now Henry trying to get the crowd behind him. Anthony Henry now looking for the big upset over Jimmy Rave. Henry getting back up to his feet, but very slowly.
Henry's won many championships with that frog splash. The only other move he goes to probably as frequently is the Texas Cloverleaf, which has made many men submit. We've seen a lot of submission wrestling here in this matchup, but we've yet to see him go there. Jimmy Rave has a bucket of tools that's a mile wide, and now Rave charges, but Anthony Henry completely takes him down with a reverse kick.
Vicious kick by Henry, and Jimmy Rave landed awkwardly on his shoulder. He might be out.
Henry trying to lift Jimmy Rave off the mat. He does appear to be dead weight. Go for the cover, might as well.
Oh, Jimmy Rave has just enough wherewithal to kick out at about 2.5. Incredible. I thought Jimmy Rave was out. I thought he was unconscious. But again, he has just enough left to kick out.